Hi everyone, I'm Karima. I'm part of the Modern Wishes Conference. Welcome for those who's watching us on YouTube, and welcome for those who's listening to us on the podcast. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk about a little bit, really a tiny bit about the energy of Virgo. We're in Virgo season, and it's coming up at the same time of the full moon in Aquarius, which is kind of intense but good. And you can hear you can read my post I'm going to do on the full moon in Aquarius, probably on Sunday, on the Instagram of the Modern Witches. And what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Virgo season, and then I'm going to do the horoscope sign by sign really quickly, just to tell you what the transits are for you. Whereas the new moon, when the full moon placements are for you during that season. And I'm going to pull up a card with right now my favorite tarot deck, which is the Light Seer Tarot. It's a new one. It's done by Chris N, and it's just so beautiful that I'm kind of obsessed with it. So, let's get started. Of course, you can look at your horoscope, yeah, your sun sign, your ascendant, which is my two favorite one. But if it does not resonate with you, or if you want to a little bit, you feel like you need um, a complementary information, you can look at your moon sign. And of course, if you're interested by love, by work, and you know a little bit about your placement, you can look at Venus, you can look at Jupiter placement, and see in which sign they are in your chart, and look at the horoscope too. So let's get started. You can also leave me some, sorry, just one more thing. Leave me some comments if you want to. I'm going to try to answer to your questions if you have on your, depending about your placement or what do I say on the video, or if you need that I clarify something, feel free to ask me in the comment. I'm really responsive and I will respond right away. Um, okay, let's talk about Virgo season. So Virgo season starts on the 22nd, okay, August 22nd, and will last until September 22nd. We have the season of Virgo at the same time of the full moon. I will talk about it on the IG, on Instagram of the Modern Witches. So we're entering Virgo season, an earth sign that invite us to plan, to materialize, to reorder things. So we had a nice summer, depending for who, but Leo season is really fiery. That maybe you had some new idea, new attention, especially after the new moon that we had on the 8th, that was right on the Lion Gate. And maybe you want to implement more healthier food, a new diet, more you want to implement more rest in your day, and you want to get maybe more organized. And that is the season to start to do all of that. The start of the school year. I'm in France right now, so that's why I'm doing this in the bedroom. So I'm traveling, but right now the school year start right on the Virgo season. And I know in the United States, depending on each state where I'm from, San Francisco, there is like we started school like a week ago. So like Virgo season always start around the school year, which is like we're getting back to work, we're getting back to school, and we reorganize ourselves and our schedule for the new school year. So what do I put in place? What will my well-being routine be to make the most of this back to school season? So, as you know, Virgo doesn't like surprise. She anticipates and gets organized. So now is the time to pull out your calendar and plan the workshop that you want to do, plan the swimming class that you want to do. Again, it's about health. It's about what you put in your body and what's adapting to your body. Some of you are more touched by yoga and feel more aligned with the yoga in general. So you're gonna implement more of this. Some of you may more align with running, and so implement more of it. What your body wants, it's a time to listen to your body, and it's a time to listen how we want to, um, yeah, what you want to put inside everybody, and how you want to exercise your body, how you want to sweat, what makes you sweat, and just take off through the sweat, take off all the toxin. What is this, the exercise or the sport that makes you do that? It can be just a walk. It can be a walk in nature because that align with activities and the fact to be in nature. So you have many things to think about during that Virgo season that align with yourself, your body, your mind, and your spirit. That's the time to align all of this. Plus, we know that we're in the 21st century. There's so many things to do for those who have kids, work, managing families, and all of this. And I feel Virgo season is the right energy to use to be able to schedule yourself and to organize yourself during this season will be really helpful. So getting a new routine will help you get more time to enjoy with the family. So I myself will do this season. I will try to. I'm so bad with scheduling and all of this, so I will really try to do my best to use that season to be able to plan something that is also realistic. That's the thing. Like we usually like start something and it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this every Tuesday, and it's not sustainable. Is the goal is to be sustainable. Is the goal is to listen your body, your mind, and make sure to adapt your schedule to the reality of things and not to the standards that people put us on the face on. So we can do a whole debate about it, but really just try to adapt your schedule with the reality of your life and implement it like smallly. Like if you never did exercising or you never swim or you want to start, don't try to push yourself to swim like 5 times a day. That's just doesn't 5 times a week, sorry, it's not realistic, but try once a week. And in a month, if you hold on to this, try twice a week. Virgo season is about this. It's about trying to implement a schedule that is aligned with yourself and that will help you to improve and progress. I hope that was clear, my loves. So let's get started with the Virgo season horoscope, like sign by sign. And I did kind of slides. I did some slides, kind of crazy. I did some slides and I'm going to share my screen with you. I think the slides might be fun for you to look at it and to just like, yeah, to just like be able to take some notes and see visually when the planets are moving. Sorry, I'm looking where I'm to full screen. Got it. So for Aries sun, ascendant, and moon, the sun in Virgo represents your sixth house. So from August 22nd to September 22nd, you're going to have the sun, the star, the biggest planet that we have in the sign, this part of your chart. So basically, what this house or what you're going to be called on is really aligned with Virgo because, as you know, Virgo rules the sixth house. And so the sixth house represent, so is it fitting really well together? So the sixth house represent the day-to-day, the work, your health, how you organize your schedule. Is really have a sounds. If you take modern astrology that align a lot the sixth sign and the sign of Virgo, is it really aligned together. So that really put a focus on how your health, if you need to do a checkup, that's the time. If you need to put a new routine, that's the time. If you're starting a new job, it's really focusing on your day-to-day job. So if you're starting a new job, if you have a new task or new, like you get a promotion or something like this, that's normal. This Virgo season will bring you that, but it's bringing you a lot of work that needs to be really framed and really organized. And it brings you really a need for details, a need to look at all the facets of your job and all the facets of the tasks that you're doing. So it's a really big focus on that, and it's a really exciting time because it's the Virgo season asks you and embody the fact to start the new school year. So if you are a teacher, if you're like have kids, it's like giving you kind of a little boost to say, okay, let's get organized for the new school year. Let's do this year. We're going to do this and that. How the food is going to be organized, how we're going to plan meal, and all of that's going to be really exciting for you. Plus, aside of this, you're going to have a lot of planets in Libra in your seventh house, which is going to influence a lot your relationship in general, intimacy. Your partner, your husband, your wife. That kind of relationship is going to be really you're going to work a lot on it, especially starting on August 13th, because Mercury, your mind, how you communicate, how you talk, how you think is going to be in that part of your chart. So you're going to be really focused on how to create a relationship that bring peacefulness in communication, or that is bringing you more alignment and not the fight, but more about how you collaborate together, how you can unify better through your mind and through pleasure and unification with Venus in right now in that part of the chart. Even if Venus going on September 20 in Scorpio, she's still going to stay a long time in that part of the chart with Mercury. So it's going to be a big focus on relationship, but also on relationship and work. So if you have Virgo, the sun in Virgo in your sixth house, which is day-to-day job, and Mercury, Venus in your relationship, and I know they will square, which is an aspect by all sign, your career, then for me, it's a lot about also relationship in work and how you can improve relationship, think about long term. And so you're gonna have tuple relationship at work and intimate relationship, or with your partner or with your wife, and how you can implement pleasure in a day-to-day life. So anything related to that can be great during this season for you. But on the September 14, you also have Mars going in that part of your chart. So that can bring friction. And Mercury, that's in Libra, starting on August 30, will retrograde. So you're going to think a lot about relationship. You're going to try to, with Mars can bring a lot of temper, a lot of maybe fight. It's a hot planet. So there's going to be a balance in relationship that's going to be needed. A problem is going to rise, and you're going to have to learn how to manage it, or how to compromise with your partner. That can be in your intimate relationship or in professional relationship. So and your new moon in Virgo is going to be in that part of your chart, the sixth house, your data job, your health, your routine. So any new intention that you want to implement, grab your journal, write your intention. That's a really good time if you want to implement a new health, a new diet, a new routine, a new organization, new schedule. Use that energies on September 6th. And we will talk about later a little bit about the full moon in Pisces, but for you, happening on in the 12th house. So it's a lot about spirituality, but also hiding enemies. So, like I said, at work, try to manage and moderate your temper, because your relationship is going to be really triggered. So let's put a card for you during the season of Virgo. What is your card, Aries? Ah, the Queen of Pentacles. You hear this season it's just a Earth card. The Queen of Pentacles represents Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So you're right on. It's about building your wealth. It's about building and rebuilding your day-to-day job, to have time also with family. She's the mother too. So she's a leader. She works and know how to manifest her power and manifest her project, but she's also able to enjoy and take time for pleasure, her family, her friends, and she have this well-organized schedule. I will say that. So embody, this is your archetype for the Virgo season, the Queen of Pentacles. I invite you to look into it also if you don't know about the Queen of Pentacles, but this is perfectly fitting for you for this season. Okay, Aries, I wish you a happy Virgo season, and let's get to Taurus. Taurus, happy Virgo season, Taurus. Virgo is your sister sign. She's an earth sign like you. Good for you. So let's talk about where the Sun in Virgo is in your chart. So it's going to be in the fifth house, which is a fun house. It's a fun house of like, it's a house of creativity, pleasure, romance. It's also the house of children. And it's about, with Virgo in this part of your chart, it's about how do I implement, I would say, routine or even organization around my creativity. Any new project that you have, this is a great time to explore, to grab a big board and just try to see where your project can go. It's a time to also enjoy with children, or if you want to have children, this is a great time. It is also a great time to for romance. This is a perfect place for people who are not in relationship and of kind of have maybe a different partner or meet a partner. That's a great time. Or is people who are already in partner with a partner, and then the romance can go really high at that time. And so feeding that in your relationship can be for Virgo season is a great time. Also, I want to just put it out there that Mercury is going to go in Libra on August 13, plus Mars in September 14, and Venus is already there until September 20. And Mercury is going to be retrograde in that part of your chart on September 27th. So it's a lot at in Libra. And for you, Libra is in the seventh house, in the sixth house. So it's really about your routine, your health, your day-to-day, your work life, your body. So everything's going to be really hidden and highlighted this part of your chart during Virgo season and even a little bit after. So this is a time, yes, to increase your creativity, to plan and to let your spirit and your mind go, but it's also about to manifest it and to put it in your day to day and to have a schedule. So yes, creativity is great, pleasure is great, but how you organize your life around it. That's basically the theme for you, Taurus. And so the new moon is on your in Virgo on your sixth on your fifth house. So any new project, any new romance that you want to last, maybe something related to children, pleasure. It's a time right now to put your intention out there on September 6th. And the full moon in Pisces is in your 11th house. So Pisces is in about your group, your friends, your project. So you're gonna really enjoy that time, Taurus Sun, Ascendant, and Moon. And let me pull a card for you. So the Six of Sword you have. So the Six of Sword for me is the sword represent the mind. And when you Six of Sword, you're living a situation right now during that season that is maybe disturbing or that is maybe um, not working for you, and you're going to lands or to water that are more calming. So it's a time for you maybe to really getting back in touch with your inner child. We're in the fifth house, inner child, and to check what you really want and what you want to implement because of Libra and this and your sixth house, what you want to implement in your daily life that bring you pleasure and enjoyment. Maybe you had a rough past seasons and you just try to get back to yourself and your inner child. So yeah, the advice here is to really leave the pain, leave the the fight, leave everything that maybe disturb you right now, and get to this part of your inner child, creativity, pleasure, and getting back in touch with that and implement it in your daily life. In yeah, in your daily life. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you a happy season, Virgo season. Bye bye, Taurus. Gemini. Hey, Gemini. So your sun in Virgo for you, Gemini, is in the fourth house. So what is the fourth house? The fourth house represents your home, represents your family, your ancestral lineage, your emotional security, your origin. It represents also your dad, your mom, your family, close family. So the sun is highlighting this part of the chart. So it might be that you have for this season a big interest of getting back to your roots, getting back to getting more interest in your ancestral lineage. Virgo is about health, it's about food, it's maybe reconnected through food, ritual, um, yeah, reconnecting through food, ritual, your mind, your body, and spirit to your lineage, to your ancestor. That's a great work to do right now for Virgo. It's also about your home. So it might be you moving home. It might be a big interest of changing life. It might be you moving to a new place and it's new, or it's just changing the environment inside of your home. And that's a desire to say, I want to get more organized. I want more green. Virgo is an earth sign. I want more like a different style that is more organized in my place and I can find things. And you want maybe something clearer, smoother, more minimalist. This is Virgo was like attention to details, but nothing is too much. It's everything is minimalist, like list and like it's not everywhere. So it's maybe this desire to do this. You also have Mercury in Libra on August 13th. Mars is coming in that part of the chart, Libra, in September 14th. You have Venus in Libra until September 20. And Mercury will be retrograde starting 27 in Libra. So that's a lot in Libra. And for you, my little Gemini, is in your fifth house. So it's a big call on getting creative, thinking about your pleasure, thinking of like creative project or a relationship that you want to push forward or that you want to really interest and see it growth. So that's a beautiful one because Mercury, your mind, can be really active in this part of your chart through creativity. And so how you see the world, Venus is about unification, it's about love, it's about pleasure, and it's part of your life. It can be great for romance, it can be great for children. And Mars in Libra can bring you the power to action to create those projects. So Gemini, it's a big thing because it feels like you like thinking of your home or like you want to get back in touch with your lineage, depending on where you are in your life. And at the same time, you have a big boost in Libra through your creativity, through pleasure, through your individuality. So let's put out a card to see a little bit more of what advice they give us during that season for you. Oh, Ten of Pentacles. So for me, Ten of Pentacles is more related to your fourth house. So it's how you create a long time wealth. It's also represented to Ten of Pentacles. It's family. It's your ancestor, and it's about the gift that your ancestor, your family are giving to you through generation and through lineage. So if you really want to get back in touch or learn more about your ancestry at the time, if you have money through your family or you have a heritage, this is something that's coming to you to create a new home. That might be it. But there's something related to family, like your fourth house, really, where the sun is going. To create wealth, to think about long-term planning, and how to create a beautiful home related also to your origin. So, my love, enjoy. I wish you a happy Virgo season. Bye bye, Gemini. Cancer, we have your Virgo, so sun, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Cancer, the part that represents Virgo in your chart is the third house. So what is the third house? The third house is your daily ritual, is your communication, is your environment. It's also your writing, how you speak. It's also represent your early education. So this part of the chart showed me that the sun in Virgo is really active right now. The Virgo season is going to be really active for you. and you're going to be really active around your neighborhood, your community, and you're going to be really active in communication. You're going to have a lot of communication going on, which is going to be fast for you. And when it's in Virgo, it's really details oriented, it's really pointy. So just be careful how you communicate and how you understand people that talks to you. That can be like, don't hesitate to ask more details, more questions, because when it is part of the chart with Virgo in it, that can be like sometimes we can have difficulty to understand totally the other person, and don't hesitate to ask detail. That's what's gonna help you. And you have Mercury that's going in Libra plus Mars on September 14, Venus on stay until September 20, and Mercury will be retrograde started September 27. So that's a lot placement in Libra, and for you is the fourth house. So what is the fourth house? Is your home, is your ancestral lineage, is your family, where you've come from, your foundation, and your home in general. So you got a lot of focus in your home. So are you thinking a lot about home and how to remodel your home, or how to make it more uh, harmonize your home, or you're moving out, or you're having a lot of action related to the lineage and ancestry? So yes, for you, Cancer, this season is about communication, is about your environment, what you're putting in place, and maybe it's just about a new way to communicate. If you're taking a class in some kind of way, it's a great placement to learn. It's a great placement to start a new training. It's a great placement also for short trips. If you're planning for a weekend, Labor Day, do it. And let's ask about, let's put a tarot card for you, Cancer. Cancer, of course you got your card, the Moon. So I will say for this season, especially Cancer, you rule by the moon. You rule by the moon. So for the new moon in Virgo in September 6th and the full moon in Pisces in September 20, that's going to be really important for you. So the new moon in Virgo in September 6th is in your third house. And it's about, like I said, communication and what you want to put in place. It might be a new YouTube channel, it might be a new podcast, whatever you want to put in place, something in writing, I don't know, but it's something that you want to put in place that is related to communication or how you communicate with yourself. That's the time to put your new attention. The full moon in Pisces on September 20, it's about, in the ninth house, it's about your connection to the divine, your connection to your intuition, your connection to something higher, your spirituality. So it's maybe a focus on that for you during Virgo season, because the access is on the third house and the ninth house. So follow the moon during the season, follow a ritual if you're into it, or put your intention for the new moon in Virgo. That tells me that you align with your ruler, the moon, and that you can manifest a lot of things related to those topics. So enjoy, Cancer. I love you. I talk to you soon. And a happy Virgo season. Leo, happy Leo. So for you, Virgo represents your second house, which is money, is how you make your own money, how you make your income through work, through your new skill. So you might think right now through this Virgo season how you can or increase your money, or use your tasks, or use your skills, sorry, to um, increase your income, or how you can develop your skill, or how you can increase your something, a hobby maybe that you want to turn it a little bit as a maybe part-time job, something related to your skill and the money, or something related to how you increase the money through your skills. So there's a lot of, for you, the second Virgo is a lot of about this, and your investment, your financial affair too, because Virgo is placed on your second house, so the access is the 8th house in Pisces, which you're going to have a full moon in on September 20. So there's a lot of connection with finance and how you share or how you partner with your own partner or with a business partner with finance. So, or and how you create your own money. That might be a topic around this. Mercury is going to go in Libra on August 13, Mars in September 14, and Venus is already in Libra right now. And Mercury is going to be retrograde in September 27. And everything is in Libra in your third house. So your third house is your communication, is your environment, and what I see is going to be a lot of focus on how you can communicate in a new way, or how you can use your communication, or how you can use social media, for example, to attract you new gain new income. There's something related to your communication and your income. So let me know, Leo, what you think about this. But for me, it's really about how you can create new income through your communication, through new projects, through broadcasting, through writing. Let me put up a card for any advice for you. Sorry, the Knight of Sword. So, King of Communication, guys. So the Knight of Sword for me represents the one who master communication, the mind, and know how to cut. This is someone who think this is the lawyer, this is the judge, this is the accountant, this is someone who knows his numbers, knows his words, or how to get to his point through words. And yes, sometimes we associate him with someone who doesn't have any emotion. This is not what I think. I think his emotion is translated through his way to communicate, maybe in a harsh way, but this is definitely all your planets in Libra, which is represent your communication. So it's something related to this, something related to, how you communicate with the world, how you express yourself through writing, through your arts, through broadcasting. There's something related to that during that season for you, Leo. So I hope that was helpful. I gave you many kisses, Leo, and I see you next season. Virgo, happy season, happy birthday, happy solar return. So for you, the sun in Virgo, of course, is your first house, which you represent yourself. It represents your mind, it represents your identity, it represents who you are, your inner self, and how people sees you, your characteristics, your self-expression. So the big reboost for you in that part of the show, the big way to say, I have a new beginning. I have a new year. I'm going to start new and fresh. This is a good time for your new moon in September 6th to really express what you want to do regarding your health, your physical body, your mind, a habit that you want to stop. That is a great time to stop any new, or do you want to implement a new habit or stop a bad habit? This is a great time. Also, you have Mercury in Libra on August 13, and that's part of the shot. And he's going to be retrograde on September 27. And you have Mars in Libra on September 14, Venus in Libra until September 20. And Libra for you, this is a lot of things in Libra. And Libra for you represent your second house. Your second house is about your money. It's about your income. It's how you make money for your skill. It's how you make money, how you increase your money, or how you accept a promotion through your skills, and that your skills match your income. So having this in your part of the chart makes me feel that you're going to think about a lot about how you can improve your income, improve, and how you're going to put it with Mars, what you're going to implement in it. And that may be something that you're going to take pleasure in is with Venus. It's something that is bringing you pleasure. It's maybe a hobby. It's maybe something that you wanted to do for a long time or a project. but that's something that increase your income, or how you want to start something new that will make you long-term gain some money through your skill, through your new skill that maybe you got recently. And so that's a big beginning for you, because your first and second house gonna have a lot of activity during this Virgo season. So it's a great time to start the year. And I'm gonna just to pull up a card for you. Up. Oh my God, Aries. That also, I don't remember which sign has it, but it's the Queen of Pentacles. So it's definitely you. Virgo, you are an earth sign. The Queen of Pentacles represents every earth sign, which is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So for you, you starting a new thing to be the Queen of Pentacles, which she's a leader and she's connected to nature. She's connected to herself and what she desires. She's connected to also birth and how she managed her time through her work and hobbies and family, and how she's managed her time with balance. So it's maybe a new start for you, or when we think about money, how I can create more income for me to create more time for me. It makes me more flexible. So there is a big energy for you, Virgo. This is a beautiful season for you. And I wish you again happy birthday. And I give you many kisses. Libra, you have your happy Virgo season, Libra. You have your sun in Virgo is in the 12th house. So your 12th house is your subconscious, your secrets, your spirituality, your boundaries, how your dream, your healing, how you heal. It's all around, everything's related to also secret enemy and hiding weakness and strength. It's about mysticism. It's really a house, a hiding house, and it represents your unconscious. So you have this part of your chart that is really highlighted. So there might be a big interest right now of how you can get deeper in your spirituality, how you can get deeper in your connection to the divine or something bigger, whatever is your belief. Is something about maybe putting a ritual in place, because this is Virgo, like ritual, like habits that may be more aligned with a spiritual practice that is aligned with you, Libra. Plus, you have Mercury is going into your first house on August 30. You have already Venus in this until September 20, and you have Mars joining them in September 14. And Mercury will be retrograde in this part of your chart. So in your sign, Libra, you're going to have a lot of planet in it. You're going to have your mind, you're going to have your power action, and you're going to have your pleasure and love in it, which should represent your first house. So it's who you are, your inner self, your physical body, your mind, how you show up to the world in your conscience. So this is a lot. So you have your unconscious, you have your sun. It's basically the sun highlight this, and you have all those other planets, many personal planets, which represent more, will have an impact on your day-to-day life in your first house. So I do love the fact that there's something in your conscience, and in Libra, your conscience. So it's a big reboost for you. It felt that way. This new Virgo season is something that is like, hey, let's implement new habit connected to myself and what I'm feeling inside. This is really about you inside. Because after that, even if you have a lot in your first house, which is also your physical body and how you express yourself to the world, it starts with inside with the sun in Virgo. So any new thing that you want to implement, any new routine related to your spirituality or connection or ritual, it's a great time to do it, because your body also will respond to this with all those planets in your sign. So let's put up a card for you around this. Page of Wands. Page of Wand is a fire sign. Even if you don't have any fire sign right now, it's it's if you don't have any right now placement in the fire sign, Virgo is the earth sign, Libra is the air sign. This is a new beginning. This is adventure. This is a new thing that's kind of firing you up to bring you new perspective of adventure, new project, new relationship, new excitement. So in your face, like in page for me is the little child, is the inner child. So there's a really big like firing up, the fire is lighting up again for you. And there's a little new start for you around this in your conscience and in your conscious. So enjoy this time. This card also represents travel. So if you're traveling, that's a great time for you. But it's a lot about new beginning that is exciting, and this is really welcoming for you. Any new idea during that season is welcome, and I push you to implement it. So I wish you a happy Libra season. I give you many kisses. Bye bye. See you next time. Scorpio for you, the sun is going to your 11th house, which is a beautiful house, is one of the houses that in traditional astrology is considered as benefic. So you have is related to group, to friends, to organization, and is related to your big dream, your big goal in life. And so when you have the sun entering this space of your life and this area of your chart, this is something that there's a new reboost around this about who you belong to, which friend, which group you are more aligned with. Is it aligned with your value? Is it aligned with how you see the world? And it's also about how you want to remaster your big goal in life or your big project that you're in. Virgo is asking you to put more details. It's asking you to put new habits. It's asking you to put new to work and to manifest on the earth sphere. There's those big projects and goals. So that's great for you this season. Is a time for you to manifest that. It's a time to be around friends. It's a time to be around friends that you feel that you belong to. Great time for this. And you have Mercury in Libra Mercury going into Libra on August 13, and you have Mars was going into Libra on September 14, and you have Venus is going into Libra until September 20. So there's a lot of activity in your 12th house, which represent your conscience, your spirituality, but also your hiding enemy. So it might be a time because your sun is in Virgo in your 11th house in group and friends. It's maybe a time that you see people that you like kind of see the real face and kind of see who are your real enemy. That might be it. This might be also a time where you feel that you feel that you need to be more introspective to know what you want with others and what you're looking for in a friendship. This might be it. Or it might be only that you were like really digging into right now your spirituality and how you see the world. And that can help you through your goals, because with the sun in Virgo, you need to have your spirituality in line and see what you believe in and how you can manifest what you want in your life. So Mercury with Mercury your mind, Mars your power, action, and Venus your pleasure and unification in that part of the chart. This may be a big interest right now in spirituality, in meditation, in something new that you want to try, that maybe put you more in touch with what you believe in, or create more connection to your spirit guides, or helps you to more channel information for your big goal, for your big dream, because still your sun is in the 11th house. So that can be a good combo too. There can be also a time, because the 11th house is group, organization, nonprofit, and with all those planets in Libra in your 12th house, you might feel really drawn to do humanitarian. You may really want to be drawn to be in service, let's say that, to be in service of people. And so maybe a cause touched you recently, and you feel drawn to help in some kind of way, do it. This is the time. Your heart is in it. Virgo wants to be in service. The 12th house is about really what touch you. So yeah, that might be it too. So let's put up a card for you, Scorpio. Great. So the Four of Wands. So it's a time for you for celebration. So like we said, Sun in Virgo, an 11th house, group of friends, how you belong. This is a time for you to have fun with your friend. This is a time for you to go out. This is a time for you to enjoy with your group of friends and your partner. So for me, this card is highlighting for more the 11th house and the fact that you're gonna be more active outside this season, which is awesome. So enjoy it, take pleasure in it, and I see you next season. Bye bye, Scorpio. Sorry, I'm restating the thing. Sagittarius, how are you? Happy season, Virgo season. For you, the Sun in Virgo is a big deal. It's in your 10th house, which is an angular house, so it's an important house. Um, that talks about your status, that talks about your career, that talks about how you want to be seen in life, talk about your fame, how you want to be recognized in the street, how you want your ambition, your public life. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So you active this season, your career or your big project, your big goal, or how you want to be perceived in your job might be a really intense season for you in that way. That can bring really nice gift, promotion, new job, new career, or that can push you to create your own independent way for through leadership, entrepreneurial. That can be it too. So that's a great time for you, but it's always an intense house because it is getting busier. So for Virgo season for you, it's a busy time. And you have Libra. Mercury is going to Libra on August 30, Mars in Libra on September 14. Venus is already there, and Mercury is going to be retrograde. And Libra for you represent your 9th house. Oh, sorry, your 11th house. So there's a lot about your group and who you belong to. It's about your big dream because you have a lot of personal planets in that part of your chart in your 11th house of your big dream, your goal, your friends, your group of friends, where you belong to and how you feel you belong to, and in the career that you need. That time is great for you to reframe, rephrase, redo your goal and your dream and say, what do I want to do in life? What is my legacy? How I want to be seen in the world? It might be really something from the outside world pull you through an opportunity to really think of those. Or it's maybe you from inside to say, I want to think of what I want to do. And this is a great time to put your intention during this new moon on September 6th, because that's going to be in this part of your chart, the 10th house. So let's put a card for you, Sagittarius, because I feel like it's a big moment for you, especially for your career and how you see the world or how you want to be seen in the world. Yes. So I have the Eight of Swords. So it's telling me that there is confusion around it. So definitely think about it, work with it. You know the answer. It's just in your mind that you feel trapped about it. But you know the answer. You just need to surrender of the truth because maybe you don't accept what you really want, or it's just about taking time to analyze, to taking time for yourself, to think about what you really want. So even if there is confusion around it, that's okay. That's okay. But you still need to think about it and to take time with it. Don't let it go. This is the time for you to really getting deeper into it. But thank you very much, Sagittarius. I wish you a happy season and give you many cases. Bye-bye. Capricorn, the sun in Virgo for you is the 9th house. What is the 9th house? It's your higher self, is your connection to the divine, is your spiritual practice, is your religious practice, is also high education, long distance travel. So if you travel during that time, great for you. This is the time. But it's also represent for me more like philosophy and how you see the world, question about how do you want to implement your spiritual belief into your daily practice. So Virgo is asking us to put new habit, to be in service of the world, to implement new healthy routine. And so it might be through your spiritual practice or your spiritual belief that you need to implement it. It's maybe you were interested with plant and you start to dig into it. The ninth house is also about higher education. So it's about maybe the time that you want to study something. Is maybe yoga, it may be plant, it may be astrology, it's maybe something that has been an interest for you and you're getting deeper into it. And Virgo is asking you to implement it in your daily life. So that's a beautiful time. And Mercury in Libra on August 13, Mercury is entering Libra on August 13, Mars in Libra on September 14, Venus in Libra is already there until September 20. So that's a lot of activity in Libra. And for you, Capricorn is in your 10th house, which is so it's about your career, it's about how you want to be seen in the world. Um, yeah, your reputation, your long-term goal in your career and in your job. So it might be something related to that also. A lot of focus on how you want to be seen in the world, how you seeing life, how you want people to see you. And with the Sun in Virgo, they're asking you a lot about your deepest belief. So that might be a big spiritual time for you during this season, Capricorn. And it might be also related to what you want to do in work, or is like an opportunity coming up or a job coming up that kind of change you and make you think differently. So let's put up a card for you. Oh, the Eight of Pentacles. So that is telling me that you are working still, that you need to practice your craft. That this season for you is about to learn, is about to keep learning. So the ninth house is the higher education. So for me, it's really focusing on something that you learn that will help you maybe in your career with all those planets in Libra, or that will help you to get to a new spiritual stage. So that can be really practical. That can be something related to land, to the earth. That can be around numbers. That can be a training in anywhere in your job. There's something that you're mastering right now and that you need to master it. And with Virgo is the power of details, the power of work, the power to work well. So anything that you're learning right now during that Virgo season is welcome, and is welcome for long term, is welcome to implement in your job, is welcome to implement in your daily life, is something maybe through spirituality, or is maybe something more personal, or is maybe something at work. So enjoy this season, Capricorn. I see you next time. Bye bye. Aries. Aquarius. Happy season. Happy Virgo season for you. The Sun in Virgo is in the eighth house, which is a pretty intense house. It's the house of sexuality, it's a house of death and transformation, it's a house of taxes and shared resources. It's a house of the occult too. So for you, Virgo, is highlighting a part maybe around your finance, around your tax, and around how you share or how you partner maybe with a business partner or with your intimate partner, your resources. Is a question around it, getting more detailed around it. Read the bottom tiny lines and phrases below the contract. It's about maybe a new contract. It's a new interest in that part of the chart around finance. That's what I think. Because you have Libra, Mercury, sorry, coming into Libra on August 13 and will be retrograde in that part of the chart. You have Mars going inside Libra on September 14. You have Venus already there, and all of them represent your ninth house. So the big picture, what you want to see big. And it represents your higher education, it represents your spirituality, it represents long distance travel. So it may be a lot of activity around those topics. But with Sun in Virgo in the 8th house, I do think there's something about finance and how you want to increase your finance, or how you want to maybe do a new business with a new business partner. There's something around this for you, Aquarius. Around finances, maybe a new beginning, especially with the new moon in that part of the chart on September 6th. My feeling is about more finance and how you partner with others and what money you can make with partnering with others. That can be also in that chart because it's Virgo is health. That can be also around your intimacy, your sexual life, and how to get deeper or get more pleasure around sexuality, or how to maybe, if there is trauma or pain or wound around sexuality, maybe looking into a deepest way into that issue, or I don't like to say issue, but that wound into your life that maybe block you to get a sexual life that is maybe more enjoy and maybe more joyful. So there is maybe something with Virgo, especially in that part of the chart, surrounded that, and how to communicate with your partner around those topics, and maybe try new things, try new habits around this topic, or try new training, or get a new class around it. That can be really helpful for those who have those issues. So yes, I do think a lot about those finance around intimacy, sexuality. Let me put up a card for you, Aquarius. The Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands make me feel that you're not fighting, but kind of like putting your foot in the ground, and telling that you want this and you know that is right. So related to the Sun in Virgo in your finances, maybe issue around your partners, around related to finance. That is a possibility. That may be something that you want to implement, that you have a lot of backfire around it, but you know is right. So I will say, when I have this card, if you're in this situation, I will say keep fighting. You're right. There's something about the Seven of Wands that say I need to keep going, even if I have a lot of people against me. So if you're in a situation regarding a relationship or anything, a project, something like this, take a break, breathe. You're on the right path. I don't know for who was for this message, if it resonated with someone, but that was definitely for someone. I wish you a happy season. I give you many kisses. Bye bye. Pisces. Pisces, the sun for you in Virgo represents the seventh house. It's your opposite sign, Virgo, and seventh house is a relationship. It's a business relationship, private relationship, intimate relationship. Sorry, there's a mistake there. It said Virgo is in the ninth house. My apologies. Is Virgo is in the seventh house. So disregard this part. Sorry. So for you, Pisces is about, like I said, your relationship and how to implement healthier relationship, how to create more time in your relationship, how to create more attention or more connection through your relationship. Virgo wants to be in service, wants to be in connection to people and understand what people want. There's something like that. But your opposite side, Pisces, in the first house, that's maybe in detriment of what you want. So there is compromise might happen during that time. So Mercury also is in Libra on August 13, It's going to be retrograde until the end of September. It's going to be retrograde in September 27. You have Mars going in that part of the chart. You have Venus in Libra. And Libra is in your 8th house, which is your intimacy, your sexual intimacy. But it's also about the wound or the trauma around it and how you can, or yeah, the wound and the trauma around it can be. And so when I see that you have the sun in Virgo in your 7th house regarding in your relationship and the 8th house, and that talks about your sexuality, there is something maybe related to the, in your partner, how to increase pleasure, maybe how to talk about issue that you have around it and work on it. That might be it for you. There's also the 8th house represent your finance. It represents your shared resources with your partner or with business partner. And in the 7th house, relationship with, because with your work is also a theme in this house. So it might be also how you increase your money, how you increase your money through a new project, through a partnership. So that might be a topic for you also during this season. But it's all about relationship for you, Pisces, this season. Let's put up a card for you. The Queen of Swords. So the advice here is really to, in your relationship, to think logically, to think with clarity, to think with the mind and not with the heart. It's hard to say that, but I feel like in your relationship, if you're talking about business partner, of course, that makes sense. That is more, I think, will be helpful if you to contract, if you partner with someone, if you share your resources with someone, thinking logically. This is the lawyer card. This is the accountant card. Thinking logically and fairly will be really helpful. In terms of your private life, more about your sexual relationship, your partnership, I do think there's a question of communication that can help. The Queen of Swords is the card of communication. The sword represents the mind. She's the one who speak. She's the one who speak well. She's the one who make herself understand by everyone. So there is maybe in your relationship the need to communicate clearly. And when I see that Mercury is going to be retrograde in that part in Libra, in this part of your chart, the 8th house, that's going to be a hard, probably the communication is going to be blocked in your chakra here. So take your time, make sure to write what you want to say. If you get into a fight with your partnership, if you want to say something, there is something related to word that is really important during that season. I hope that was helpful. I give you many kisses, Pisces. I say bye-bye.